so many cross checks and slashes, and he was feisty. He was a little middleweight. He was tough.
My fans remember him well. I think he was in Coventry as well, wasn't he, boys?
Yeah,
spent a long time in Coventry. It's Coventry for 5 years and then Fife for 5 years.
Is it called Coventry Blaze? Is it called?
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
That's where he went. I think after the Trashers, he ended up in England somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, straight after that, and 52 games, 45 points, and 149 pims.
Yeah, he's very balanced. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good stat sheet. I'll take that.
Talk to me about the guy you brung in for the one game, the guy that was just a complete fucking gong show. He didn't do anything, so he sticks. What was his name again? Did he have like 84 pims in one game? Then he disappeared. Wagner, yeah. He disappeared off. I've listened to a couple of your interviews on like Cam and Strick or wherever else it was. Did the guy just disappear off the face of the earth or what?
It's like trying to find Bigfoot right now. No one knows where it is. Honestly, like I swear to God, I put out like a PSA on my Facebook. I'm like, listen, if anyone knows Chad Wagner, I'd love to talk to him. I talked to him literally one night, and that was the night he came to play with us, and he got suspended for life from the league. I mean, listen, listen, you know when you're talking to somebody and they're not all there, you know what I mean? And I remember when we brought this guy. I remember we were playing our rivals Adirondack, and I remember I actually called the gentleman that hooked me up with John Marassi. I said, listen, I need someone crazy for this game. We want to send a message. And he's like, how crazy? I said, craziest guy you could find. He goes, well, I do got a couple guys, but I got this one guy. He got suspended. I forget what league he said. He got suspended for like during the ceremonial handshake. He knocked like 3 guys out. And I'm like, yeah, that's the type of guy we need right now. And one of the things I learned is a lot of the tough guys in hockey, they're the nicest guys in the world off the ice. But when I met this guy, I remember when I met him, I went to shake his hand, very, very polite, nice guy to me. But I was talking to him and I was like, you know what? This guy's a couple of nuggets short of a Happy Meal. I said, there's something wrong here. Like the lights are on, but nobody's home, like something, this guy is a little tweaked. And I was a little nervous. I'm like, all right, well, we'll see what happens. Next thing I know it, and I actually think I have this on my camcorder. He starts a line brawl, and then they take him to the penalty box. He jumps out of the penalty box for no reason, and he goes after Adirondack's coach, pulls him over the boards. And he's trying to dummy the coach. And I'm looking, me and my dad looked at each other and we're like, uh-oh, we're in big trouble. And, he got it was like the guy didn't even take a shower. And we were getting calls from the commissioner and the league. They're like, what the hell did you guys do? And he's suspended for life. They suspended our team. I forget how much money. And it was bad. But I have not talked or seen him. It's like he dropped off the face of the earth. It's crazy.
It's just to reel off a few of his season stat highlights. 96-97 in the WCHL San Diego Gulls, 45 games, 503 pims. The following season, 34 games, 439. Wow. Season after that, 34 games in the WCHL, 439. Then 22 games in the IHL, 210. Then back to the WCHL, 43 games, 521 pims. The season before you signed him in the UHL, 58 games, 22 points, fair play, and 463 pims. And then you guys, 3 games, 75 pims, so 25 a game. And then he played 3 games in the coast for the San Diego Gulls, 2 pims.
Yeah, well, he calmed down. He obviously calmed down and obviously thought, what's going on with my life here? I'm going to start behaving.
Yeah, and then thought, do you know what? This is fucking boring. I quit hockey.
He was a special case, man. I was like, you know what? Because we used to bring guys in all the time. Because the league, the first year, what we got around on the league was we found a loophole. So what happened was you were allowed, I think it was like
3 psychopaths in your team each year.
So we figured out a loophole because basically what would happen is you were allowed, I think, on the active roster like 22 or 23 players. So every once in a while, we would call my guy in Quebec. He'd send us a nut job. He'd get suspended, and we just replace him. We just replace him. So then going into the second year, they came up with a rule. They called it the Danbury rule, where if your guy got suspended, you can't fill that roster spot until the suspension is complete. So they kind of figured us out. But man, we had some characters come through even for a short while.
So